Welcome back, viewers. Here we are, just loading up a little bit of I think it's canola oil into the back of our trailer. It's another one of our many production chains we intend to get going. Yeah, so we'll load these in here, take them and drop them off into the warehouse until the appropriate selling time, or the the best selling time where we get the highest price. And yeah, hopefully, like I said, we'll start making some decent money. And leave it to effort out. Okay, so the pigs haven't run out, but they're getting a bit low. Chickens could use a little bit. I've got a theory, the heavier the trailer, the easier it is to reverse. I don't know if that actually works or not, but I seem to have I'm a lot more accurate with the big, heavy trailers than I am with the smaller ones. If anyone's got a comment on that, feel free to comment, and yeah, see if anybody else feels the same way as I do. This is how you chew up your money. You see, we had 90 something thousand not long ago. Once we do bit of fertiliser, bit of seed, bit of pig food, suddenly you're down to 60 grand, and you're thinking, where'd all that money go? Well, we didn't have to drive far there, saving on diesel. Seed. Well, I think the greenhouse takes about 3,000 as a total, but if we overdo it we can always put it in a silo, which is a good thing about having multi-fruit silos, and I can get it out again later and fill up some of my seeders with it. Same thing with the fertiliser. If you go overboard, you can stick it in the silo. One of the best things ever came out. I think the multi-fruit silos are fantastic. Some of them, a lot of them, you can even put liquids in, like milk and all that sort of stuff, diesel, and yeah. So we'll head off down to the greenhouse. Beautiful autumn coloured trees there. At least this map's got a mixture of evergreens and deciduous. Like when you used to get just deciduous maps, it was, the oranges got a little bit too much when every single tree on the map was orange. I think there's two different oranges there, so okay, so we've got a bit of a traffic jam here. What we might do is we'll park this down here and come back and move the water, and then come in and drop off the seed. Let's get caught on something. There we go. So I'll put some more of this water in here. Might use this field next door, even though we don't own it. I'm sure we were allowed to park on it, so we might use that as a type of parking bay. Wouldn't be a bad place to put a couple of don't know if the sheep pens would fit in here, you'd have to check it out, but a couple of extra sheep pens or another chicken coop. Trying to find the word then, I thought it's not pen, what is it? Coop, it's a coop. Cows tend to go in a barn or a shed, pigs go in a sty, sheep I think can go in a pen, I don't know, sheep pen, does that sound right? And it's a chicken coop. So as you can see we've got a, I don't know, we've managed to use all of that, which is good. Or is there a tiny bit left? Yeah, tiny weeny bit by the look of it. The other good things about multi-fruit silos is they don't all look the same, you know, there's all sorts of different ones. You know, you got, there's the old rusty look, oh it's not so rusty, I think it's more than I thought it was rusty, it's the shadow off the trees, but there's great big metal ones and yeah, wooden ones, and I think there may be a couple of stone ones and ones that look like buildings and one that look like silos, and yeah, there's so much variety on this game nowadays. It's becoming, it's really good. You know, there's no reason for any two farms to look the same, just with the amount of variety you've got. So here we are, we're getting our fertiliser now. Like I said, the money's going down. Yeah, this Tuesday day, like you get all the money for the production stuff. But if you buy your wheat, buy your pig food, buy your fertiliser, buy your seed, you know, I've never really, I don't know if anybody's ever really looked into how much, whether you come out, how much in front you come out, but it's not as much as you think. You know, you might sell $50,000 worth of lettuce, but it may have cost you $12,000 to grow it. That might be a bit too much, but you know, you've got to, yeah, if you got to take it all into account. Like once I get some cows up and running, we can use the manure to put in the greenhouse rather than this fertiliser, and that's going to cut a fair bit off the price. It's going to cut whatever that just cost us there. That's how much it's going to cut off the price, which will be great. So it didn't take much fertiliser at all. A few other different greenhouses I saw yesterday when I was scrolling through the mod hub. There's one, a hydroponic one, which I wouldn't mind trying, and there's also a open garden bed which also grows potatoes and sunflowers. I don't know how many potatoes you get, but it'd be good if you got a stack, because potato farming's quite expensive until, you know, you harvest a couple of trillion potatoes and you can afford the potato harvester for yourself. Yeah, we're running out of wheat and barley and that too. Now that we started doing the flour, we'll have to we'll get this canola crop in and get it all making oil, and then we'll have to go back to some just some normal grain crops. We'll use some for flour and keep some for other stuff, like the chickens. I think pigs will eat it as well, in a pinch. Pig food's a completely different thing. There's a mixer over there near the piggery, or the pigsty. You can mix chaff, potatoes and sugar beet. Now chaff, I know that if you mix hay and grass in your forage food mixer, and you don't put any silage in it, you get chaff. Or the other way you can do it is grow a cornfield or some sort of field along that line, and then use the forage harvester. But that's quite expensive. Like they're very expensive too. I don't know about leasing. You could probably just lease one. But we'll have to look into those options as well. I don't really want to use all my straw and hay to make chaff with. So we're picking up some like we're just scrolling through. Flour, that's what we're looking for. There's a lot of things in this. The old strawberry ice cream and urea, which I don't even know how you make that. Don't even know what it is. There's some sort of Frankenvat or something. I don't know, I'm making that up, but there's some stuff in there that I wouldn't have a clue what it is. Looking for our best sale place. Starting to actually learn the places on this map, but I still tagged them up just to make sure, but I'm sort of getting there. Don't know where the bakery is. I know where the pizzeria is. I know where the mill is. I know where the GW one is. Oh yeah, so that's the far one over near the horses. Doesn't this snow look fantastic? It's a bit brisk in December. Not used to this where I come from. December's 40 degrees Celsius. Not every day, between 30 and 40, roughly. Do get some cooler, not so much cooler. Oh, they're cooler but more humid. Seems to be getting more and more tropical. The tropical weather's moving down the coast as we, what used to be the northern part of Australia, it was so tropical. Now the east coast halfway down is just as tropical. It's, yeah. Don't want to rant on about climate change and that, but it's got to have something to do with it. But anyway, yeah, it's a complete turnaround being in Europe compared to, well, it's exactly that. It's the exact opposite. December's more or less, yeah, I don't know if it's the middle of winter or the start. It'd be the start of winter. But yeah, the snow looks fantastic. It looks quite bleak, doesn't it? It's great graphics, the lighting and it's very bleak. So we'll drop in this flour. Now it's about $2 a thing, which is good money if you use barley. It's worth, I think, under $900 a tonne. So you're doubling it if you use barley. And chickens eat barley, so barley's probably okay. Plus we get straw out of barley, so barley might be the flour option. Because it just comes out as flour. Doesn't matter which grain you use to make it, it's just called flour and it all sells for the same price. So you want a high yielding, not worth very much crop to make that maximum profit. Well, I'm going to empty this out and go back and I'll do the rest off camera, but we're coming up to the end of another episode, believe it or not. Time flies when you're having fun, and yeah, thanks for watching. Stay safe and I'll catch you next time. Bye.